Hello, everybody. Welcome to RSC season 24. That's what season we're in. And tonight we have a very, very special matchup for you guys. We have the Forge Defenders versus the Force Cobra. And joined with me, I have MD, and producing tonight is our wonderful, amazing Russ. MD, how are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing very well. I'm on a very scuffed setup at the moment. I finally found my laptop and I am back on my good HyperX quadcast, so I actually have decent quality coming into the match tonight. So I'm excited to be back up to scuffed setup MD like I used to be when I first joined RSC. So it'll be fun to do a cast this way tonight.
Sweet, man. I'm excited. I got to witness that scuff setup. I will absolutely respect the scuff setup that you got going on. And I'm excited. I'm super excited for this matchup, considering that this is my tier. I'm going to be paying close attention to both of these teams. I'm also excited to cast for them as well. I think we should jump over to the season team stats for both of these teams. What I love about this right now, right, is we are coming up on the end of the season, which means teams are fighting for playoff spots. As you can see right here, the Forge Defenders are 21-15, and the Forest Cobra are 22-14. Both of these teams are pushing for playoffs coming up here in the next couple weeks, MD.
Yeah, and with it being so close at this point in the season, this is gonna have major playoff implications. Especially since you said this is your tier, I know you were looking very closely as to how this matchup is going to end up. Um, Obviously, Forest Cobras have a one-game lead over Forest Defenders coming in, so Forest Cobra have got to be hoping to at least take a sweep tonight just to put the nail in the coffin and try to keep Forest Defenders down.
Absolutely. And it's going to definitely be tough for the Forge Defenders to kind of take off that offense that you see the Forge Cobra have. They have 96 goals registered for them so far, with a 32% shooting percentage overall team wise, which is pretty good. And the assists are 75 assists on the season as well. But do not be afraid if you're a Forge Defenders fan, because the Forge Defenders are looking really good on the defensive side with 161 saves on the season. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, MD.
I guess I'm just based off of the stats alone, I'm expecting just an absolute shootout. Forge Defenders probably being a little bit more on the back foot, but as match days go, you never know exactly what's going to happen. We'll slowly move into the player stats here now. As looking at Forge Defenders, we have Sakuta, Mittens, and EKA Luminous. I'll just keep it with Luminous because that's going to be the easiest to call him. And looks like Sakuta and Mittens have played pretty much all the games. Now, does Elite have uh, a three-player cap now, or am I just missing something?
I think it's just the player. I have no idea. I mean, it's kind of weird because on my screen with our player stats, both of the teams have three players. I know we're allowed to have four. Prem is the only tier that is only allowed to have three player cap in their rosters. So it might be our end. I don't know, but we're just gonna work with what we got. You know what I mean? As you said, we had Sakuta and Mittens playing most of the games this season, and it looks like EKA Luminous, as you like to say, Luminous. He's just kind of fresh on the scene, for the team. But still, I mean, he's got some pretty good stats with only 9 games played, 11 goals and 40 shots. The man's putting in the work on the offense.
Yeah, definitely putting in the work. And then you have Sakuta over there with the majority of the saves on his team. I mean, 70 saves is nothing to sneeze at. Being an absolute defensive stalwart, being an absolute brick wall, just making sure that nothing gets into his net, and also coming in with a respectable shooting percentage at 28.28%. I mean, doing it on both sides of the field is excellent work.
Absolutely. And jumping over to the Force Cobra, we did not forget about the Force Cobra. Saucy Rexy, Illuminati 7, and Rozi. As you see, these players have been playing a lot with each other this season. And one stat when I was looking at this really piqued my interest is Rexy over here with 101 shots on net for the season so far. And I mean, you can see right here, he's got 26 assists, 33 goals. I mean, the man's putting in work as well on the offensive side. I mean, you see, we talked about Sakuta on the other side. I mean, he's got his work cut out for him against a players such as Rexy. But even so, you have a bunch of other players on this team team like Illuminati having 93 shots and Rozi having 83 shots. So it just seems like looking at these stats as far as the shots, it just seems like this team right here in the Force Cobras are just very strong on offense. So I'm really excited to see what kind of clinic they're going to put on, as well as the Force Defenders, to see what kind of defensive stance they can have as well.
And looking at Forest Cobras a little bit more closely, like you said, looking at their assist numbers, they have shared the ball all season. I mean, their assist numbers are very close together, at least in comparison to Forge Defenders up top there. I mean, 26, 24, and 25, that is excellent stats across the season. Everybody being able to share the ball like that is going to make it so much easier for them to score on offense.
Very huge impact indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're ready, but I'm ready because we got all the players in the lobby ready to rock and roll. I think our wonderful producer is going to show us the amazing graphic that we have for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send these guys on their way. Game number 1 here, Elite Match Day 12, in Season 24, the Forge Defenders versus the Cobras. Let's get it going. We're getting all the players in the lobby here, slowly trickling in, but they're ready to go. Here we go. Right off the rip, you see Illuminati win a big 50
already.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Go ahead, MD.
I apologize. I mean, you said you would bring us in, but Sakuta is going to put this towards the back wall, able to get it clear. Luminous is up, unable to make connection here. Python gets a 50 and immediately demos Saucy Rexy off the ball. Rozi has the ball, puts it on target. Can anybody get back? It's a little bit wide. Sakuta's going to try to carry this down the field, manages to get over 1. Rexy unable to make the touch. Illuminati has it, pushes it downfield. Looking for another touch, gets another one, has 1 to beat. Python is there. Pass to the middle, that's a great pass over to Saucy Rexy, and Illuminati will help his team immediately get on the board.
This really surprised me. This was a really powerful pass, and I mean Rexy read that so quick. I mean that's like cat-like reflexes right there. What a pass and what a shot by both Rozi and Illuminati and Rexy. Both with a strong start here so far in this game number 1. As Rozi puts a shot on net, but Rexy there to clean up. Good pass by Rozi, realizing that there's a defender back, passing it back on the backboard for Rexy, and Rexy there to clean up the janitor that he is. And what a shot! What a strong start here for the Force Cobra.
Right off the bat, Forest Cobras are making their sharing the ball known to everybody here, just making sure that everybody's getting a touch on the ball. Illuminati with a quick shot already. This offense is starting off hot. I mean, we're not even a minute into the game now, just finally getting there, and 2 goals already is a little demoralizing right off the start, especially on game number 1.
I was just muted the whole time as I was yapping. I don't understand that, but I did a play-by-play and it did not come through. That's amazing. We love NA production here, ladies and gentlemen. Illuminati here, taking it in the corner with full boost. Python looks to get a beat on Rexy, but Rexy a little bit quicker. And Rozi here puts it in the back of the net. Nobody in back of the net for the Forge Defenders. The Forge Defenders' third man is nowhere to be found, and the Force Cobra have a strong lead here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another issue here. I want to say maybe about 3 weeks ago. He just came back, but about 3 weeks ago, my glorious co-caster with me, MD, disconnected. Sakuta putting the ball in the back of the net. There's a lot going on right now. MD, you back with me, brother?
Yeah, unfortunately, Scuff setup isn't working the way I would want it to. I'm just lagging a little bit too much, so I'm back on the PlayStation for the time being until I can figure out my Scuff setup. But I'm here. Yeah, there's already a lot going on. I mean, Forest Cobra's immediately just on top, 2-goal lead once again. I mean, I don't know at this point. I mean, it's only game 1. I didn't think Forest Defenders would be caught on the back foot like this so much. I mean, they haven't really broken out a whole lot, and when they do, it's not really lasting pressure at the moment. Oh boy, is my internet just having all kinds of issues today?
Oh no, that was me being muted again. I'm just absolutely I'm just, I'm selling this stream. It's fine. Sakuta looking to get a double in the midfield, does, but no boost here. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Luminous trying to go in, but Sakuta playing some big 50s, being big. Sakuta has no boost to be able to defend. Rexy clearing the ball. A big demo comes out. This might be an opportunity here. Pass down to Rexy. What a save by Sakuta. EKA Luminous looks to get another 50 in the goal line. He does. And Python looking to keep the ball away, looking to push this ball downfield. Maybe get something going here, but Rozi denying him. Ball's rolling down. What a tough save. Rozi putting the 4th goal in the back of the net. 1:49 seconds here, and it looks really promising for the Forest Cobras.
Man, Forest Cobras are just absolutely lights out on offense and on defense. They have not allowed Forest defenders to have lasting pressure, and Forest defenders are kind of getting in their own way. I mean, a lot of times I've already noticed they're low on boost. They're just not maintaining that good boost control, and midfield is just absolutely swallowed up by Forest Cobra. They are not allowing them to break out as Rozi drops another shot down. Rozi having the game of his life right now, and this is only game number 1.
It's just unfortunate right there. I mean, the Forest defenders have no backboard right there. An easy setup for Rozi to get a good double tap and place it wherever he wants to. The man, as you said, is having one heck of a game number 1. And it just looks like the Forest defenders are still trying to figure out their defensive posture and breaking out. I mean, and keeping their offense going. As you see that they got the ball over the midfield, but Illuminati saying no. Pass down to Rexy, and Rexy gets a good touch in the corner, but Sakuta's there. He's got full boost. See what he does with it. Gets dunked.
Oh my God!
To the back of the net, and Rozi has 4 goals here in this game number 1, and it looks like they're setting up for Brazil.
I swear, if we get a Brazil game 1 on stream, that's just going to absolutely set the tone for the night. Rozi is playing out of his mind. 4 goals already. 1:09 to go, and this is a foregone conclusion at this point. I mean, I see some crazy things happen, but I do not expect them to come back from 5 goals down.
Absolutely not. I mean, we have seen some crazy stuff happen, but nothing like this. And this is going to probably be the dagger that gives the Brazil Rexy with a hat trick. Rexy and Rozi are absolutely popping off, but Illuminati putting in that legwork with all the assists that he's got going on. This is just a strong, good statement here for the Forest Cobras here in this game number 1.
They are trying to make their intentions known in game number 1 here. They do not want to lose this series at all. Picks up the Brazil. Like you said, Saucy and Rozi both having a hat trick. Rozi with 4 goals. This is just absolutely clinical Rocket League that Forest Cobra are playing right now. And there's a great pass up to Saucy. Saucy unable to make the touch. Ball's going to fall harmlessly to Sakuta. Managed to get it past 1, but only has 9 boosts and has to abandon the ball.
Abandon the ball indeed. Luminous looking to get something going here. I mean, if you're a Forest Defender fan, you just want to see your team get a goal at least to get something going into game number 2. And it just seems like right now the Forest Defenders kind of need to take this minute break that they get to have to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out how to break apart this Forest Cobra team. Maybe wanting to go, no. Python puts it in the back corner. Luminous looking to get a double, does not. Illuminati hits it to the side wall and gets the ball down for Forest Cobras, getting a very strong, dominant win here in game number 1.
That is absolutely the way you want to open up a match. I mean, a Brazil right off the bat, 4 goals from Rozi, 3 goals from Saucy, and Illuminati picking up 2 assists and getting the bumps in the demos. Just, they were all over Forge Defenders. I wonder if Forge Defenders, maybe they didn't have a very good scrim coming into this match. I'm not exactly sure what their preparation was, but Forest Cobra was 100% prepared for everything that Forge Defender has been throwing at them so far.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a Forge defender, I think the big thing right now is to get ball control and figure out the boost management as well, because we did say it a couple times that there was a lot of struggle going on when it came to boost management. It's all about the boost management. If you figure out the boost management and knowing how to take control of the midfield, I think the Forge defenders will be set. So it's going to be interesting to see what changes they make here, because they definitely need to make a change for sure. Because, like I said, 7-1 is something you don't want to sneeze at, and definitely something that you gotta focus on. Moving forward, shake off that game number one. Don't let that get to your mental, and go into game number two. As we're about to get ready to start game number two, we're gonna send these guys on their way. Let's see if the Forge defenders can answer this very strong offensive-minded team that is the Forge Cobra. I mean, we talked about it in the pregame, MD. We saw the stats. I mean, the Forge Cobra, they're a very strong offensive team, and you can see it right here. They're putting it on the field as well.
Yeah, they're absolutely putting on an offensive display, and Forge defenders are just scrambling for answers right now. Hopefully they had some time to talk about exactly what adjustments they need to make, but Saucy already tried to start off strong, but the ball gets cleared away by Sakuta. Python has control, looks to Luminous in the middle. Luminous is up, but Saucy Rexy immediately jumps on it, clears the ball away, gets it down into Forge defenders half once again. Sakuta pops it, but backflips and unable to get to the ball. Luminous to the ceiling, but Illuminati's there. There's immediate 50. Ball's going to come out towards the middle. Illuminati has it. Maybe looking for a drop down. He's going to get it. No, unable to get it on target. Rexy is up. It's a shot on target right underneath the crossbar, and Saucy Rexy continues his form.
Saucy Rexy continues to score indeed. Looked like Sakuta was there for it, but he was just not ready for the shot to come in yet. He wasn't ready in the position yet. And it's just an unfortunate start for the Force defenders, but the Force Cobra, they're not letting their foot off the Tiger's neck. They're going to keep on doing what they're doing, and they're going to keep on scoring the way they're scoring.
Do apologize, I was a little sick this weekend. I had a bit of a coughing fit. I had to mute myself for a second. Sakuta manages to get the double, passes it down to Python, but Python had no boost once again. I mean, we mentioned this a lot already. They're just not maintaining any type of boost control. They're not using the pads. The corners are constantly taken from them. Force Cobra is defending and rotating very, very well. And Force defenders just have to try to get something going here. Sakuta to the back wall here. There's a shot from Python, but it's weak. And this gets cleared away. Illuminati gets a touch. It's going to fall in front of the net. Can anybody get there? No. Sakuta manages to clear it away. But Illuminati is able to get a pass in the middle, right back to Rexy. Can Rexy continue? No. Python finally manages to get control. Tries to slow it down, but is immediately challenged by Rozi. And this ball is just all over Force defenders' back half now.
All over their corner, just to be exact. I mean, a lot of the players fighting back and forth. This might be a big pass, big double commit though, but a save comes out for the Force Python. And Force defenders, they're looking a little bit better this game number two. Maybe they can get something going here. A big pass out to Python. Python looking to set something up. Maybe pass down to his teammate Sakuta. Sakuta there, but not able to.
Oh,
what a save by Luminous. That ball was going in. I don't know how it came out, but Luminous was there for the save. And what a save by Luminous himself. I mean, that man's doing really good on defense here in his game number two.
Well, at the very least, they managed to kind of slow the bleeding. I mean, they have managed to at least keep it to one goal at the moment, but just based off of how that game one went, I am fully expecting Forest Cobra to find another notch and be able to keep the offensive pressure going. Right now, they're finding themselves a little bit more stuck in their half. It seems finally Forge defenders have figured out their rotations. As soon as I say that, Illuminati's able to get the ball into the other half again.
Absolutely, and I mean, you see a lot of the big clears coming out by the Force defenders. It's really good because the ball gets out of your half, but at the same time, it's like every time they do it, it's met with somebody on the side of the Force Cobra. They're kind of just picking and choosing when to go, and they're playing a really good job of playing against this boomer ball strategy that the Force defenders are coming up with here in this game number two. Big control here by Luminous with no boost, gets a good 50 in the midfield. Sakuta there for a shot. Python up, gets a bounce down off the backboard. Is somebody there? Sakuta gets a 50 on Illuminati, but and a big bump. I thought Rexy was about to clear the ball away, but Rozi there to clear it up. And look, it just seems like the Forge defenders are still trying to figure out what to do on offense, but it seems like it's getting a little bit better here. Illuminati with full boost. We're gonna get them clear. Does a little bit here, but the demo comes out by Rozi. Rozi's been doing a good job, but a team bump comes out. And Sakuta looking to play patient defense here. Rexy looking to get the ball to go forward. Rozi, no. And now the Forge defenders are on their defensive half yet again.
Oh, that's a good bump. It's going to go in the net. Saucy Rexy does manage to force it through. Sakuta was trying to get there, but unable to get to the ball in time. Man just absolutely stuffed it in the net. It looked like it initially was off. Sakuta does initially get the clear, but just sends it right back into Rexy, and that's just unfortunate.
I mean, if you're a Forge Cobras fan, this is great news for you guys, especially the ones that are betting your channel points. Make sure you guys bet at your channel points in games number 3 and 4. If you have not yet, get you an opportunity to win some channel points here. We love the channel points here in our RSC community, especially when I get to win some and everybody else gets to win some that are in the media committee, including Yapping Panda. Shout out to that man. And I know MD loves his. I love MD. I know you love your channel points as well.
See, it's funny because out of I want to say out of the media committee, I'm the only one that typically doesn't partake in the channel points, and it's mostly just because lately, like I said, I've been scuffed a little bit. My living situation changed a little bit, so I haven't really been able to do what I want to. But Illuminati and Forest Cobra are doing the absolute work to make sure that they win this series.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, just keep in mind, as we talked about in the pregame, if you just got here, we are in playoff season. We are coming up towards the end of the season, so every game matters here for playoff seeding. And even though you might be in positive record, that does not mean that you will make playoffs. So every game matters here. And Force Cobra, they understand that, and it seems like the Force defenders need to figure that out for themselves because they are going to be down two games out of 4. They need to figure something out here to get the last 2 games. If not, it's going to be tough pickings for them to bounce back. I don't know where they're really sitting at standings wise, but they need to figure something out here. They need to figure it out quick. There's 2 more games left to figure it out. They did a lot better here, keeping Force Cobra to only 3 goals, but they did get shut out here in this game number 2. It's going to be interesting to see what they do coming into game number 3.
Yeah, so I want to say that it's about 8 minutes that this team has remained scoreless now. That is not good news for Forge defenders. They're getting the shots on target, but they need to start converting on their opportunities. They've had a couple so far now. They definitely played a lot better offensively this game. But once again, we're looking at their boost totals. I mean, how many times did we once again see them with no boost? They're just running around, and Force Cobra are doing everything possible to take their corners, take any of the pads in front of the net, and just getting good passing opportunities in the net to their teammates to allow for this offense to just absolutely take flight.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with you, MD. And looking at these standings, I just decided to pull up the standings. We're about to get into game number 3, but I did pull up the standings because I was curious. It's crazy because both of these teams are leading their division, and the Forge defenders, they are only ahead by 2 games against the team that's below them, which is the Black Holes. And it's just, they got to get every single game that they need. I don't know how good the Black Holes did tonight, but even so, they need to keep on. They just need to figure it out here if they want to hold on to that number 1 spot that they have in the division. But let's see what they can do here in game number 3. Already starting off strong for the Force Cobra. They're on the side again of the Force defenders. It just seems like they just don't know how to let off this offensive pressure to just keep on going. But we saw on paper how strong this team was on the offensive side, and they're showing it here on stream.
Yeah, and then Forge defenders, they had some flashes of brilliance as well. Python's going to put a shot on target. Rozi's able to stretch and get the ball clear. Illuminati and Saucy Rexy come together to try to clear the ball away. Unfortunately, the ball is just getting boomed around right now. That's another very good clear here. Python finally able to get a touch off the ceiling, but they're not able to break out of their half right now as Force Cobras are just suffocating them.
Absolutely suffocating them indeed, and it just seems like the Forge defenders are they're figuring it out slowly but surely. They're trying to run that steady race. This might be a big opportunity here. Sakuta puts the ball in the back of the net, pass by Luminous. What a good start here for the Forge Defenders. This is the first lead the Forge Defenders have had in this game, in the series so far. This is game number 3. So what a good start here for the Forge Defenders. They just need to keep on going and keep on doing what they're doing.
Finally managing to break the scoring drought, and they're the first ones to score. All the games so far, Forest Cobra have scored first. So this is going to bring a little bit of relief to them, and maybe now their offense will start to shape up. Saucy Rexy unable to get a touch there. Sakuta immediately challenges in the corner. Python wasn't able to get the touch. Luminous pops it up, but 2 people are up already. Saucy Rexy manages to put the ball down. Sakuta to the corner. Oh, there's a miss there. It's going to get cleared out by Saucy Rexy and Rozi. Illuminati going to pass this down to the middle. Luminous was there, but doesn't manage to win the ball very cleanly. Illuminati gets a demo on Python. There's a demo in the net on Luminous. Can Sakuta get the clear? Everybody whiffs here. Luminous is going to try to bang this downfield, but it only goes as far as Illuminati, who takes his time and finally slows the ball down.
Throws the ball down indeed, and gets a good pass out to Rexy. Beating out 2 defenders and a good pass to Rexy. Rexy able to get a clean flick over the last defender. Luminous just seems like he was lost in the sauce, and Rexy did a great job playing patient there to tie this game up here early in game number 3.
That has to sting a little bit. You finally get a lead. You're thinking you might have a chance here to at least maybe shut them down a little bit, and they respond so quickly. Rozi managing to bump something off the ball. I believe that was Sakuta in the air. Rozi then gets a demo on Luminous. Saucy Rexy has the ball, but it's going to get banged out by Sakuta. Python dropping it down to Luminous. Luminous with the shot. Is anyone going to save it? Yes. Illuminati was sitting in net and is able to clear it away.
I have to give respect where respect's given. What a shot by Python. What I'm seeing a lot right now is Force Cobra, when they're on defense, they have 3 men in the net. And what I also have to give respect to is the Force Defenders being creative on their shots, but Rozi says no. I'm going to put this top right, and the Force Defenders now need to fight back to get another lead and tie the game up. Rozi doing a phenomenal job this series, putting on an absolute shooting clinic, and he shows it right here in game number 3.
I don't think Python wanted that touch. I think Sakuta was trying to clear it long. Python was maybe trying to boom it downfield, and it just ends up falling right to the middle, and Rozi capitalizes immediately. Luminous has to slow this ball down to try to avoid any shooting opportunity. Sakuta manages to get possession of the ball, but doesn't go very far. Oh, Python, that's a great touch, but it's not going to be in the net. Illuminati manages to stretch to get back, and Rexy pops it over 1. Sakuta has possession, flicks it over 1. Still has possession, manages to flick over 2, but Illuminati gets a slight touch. Ball's going to fall in front of the net, but Luminous is able to get the save and the clear.
Saving the clear indeed. Python getting a clear of his own. Rozi there to shut it down in the midfield, looking to get a double to set up for a teammate. Their teammate there to follow. Sakuta beats over 1, gets a good flick over 1, but Rexy was there to save the ball and gets a good 50 to boom the ball back downfield on the side of the Forge Defenders. The Forge Defenders are still shaking their heads trying to figure out what to do, and Rozi puts the ball in the back of the net, sneaks it in to put this game up 2 goals with a security goal. Rozi, man, you gotta stop shooting. You're putting on a clinic here. You're showing everybody who you are. Keep up the work, sir.
Man, I think Rozi at this point is trying to doing a last few games push for that MVP and All-Star slot, putting on an absolute show right now. And you gotta admit, Forest Cobras are playing an absolutely clinical game. Illuminati getting a demo on Luminous. Everybody is low on boost on the defender side once again. Saucy Rexy with a shot. Luminous and Sakuta come together. Sakuta gets the clear, but Rozi's able to take possession. Sakuta, great 50. It's going to fall in front of the net. Can Python get it? What a dunk! He manages to send it into the net.
What a dunk indeed by Python. Python said, we're not giving up here in this game number 3. We need to get a victory here. Dunks 2 defenders reading off the backboard. That is a very difficult shot, but Python makes it look easy to put this game up by 1. 54 seconds left. Can the Force Defenders tie this game up? Will we have an overtime here in game number 3? Rozi fakes out 1 defender, but Python says, no, I'm still here. Rozi hits it off the sidewall, looks to get another touch. Big Withy comes out. Withy City coming out for both of these teams. Python avoids one, looking to get a dunk on Rozi. Rozi plays it safe and secure. Controls the ball, plays under one, beats around the other, defending, saucing everybody up. Saucy Rexy there. Oh my goodness gracious, Rozi put on a actual breaking clinic here against 2 defenders and passing it to Saucy Rexy. Man, I'm gonna start calling Rozi Saucy Rozi. Why not? It sounds really good. This man, dude, Rozi's just doing everything right now for this Force Cobra team. It's crazy.
And Rozi looked like he was just playing the dribbling challenge right there for a second there, managing to get past every single one of the defenders. Has possession of the ball again, passes it down to Rexy. It's a little too far, but Forest Cobra do rise to the occasion and make sure that Forest defenders are not able to win this game. That is a great save from Rexy. That was a great pass coming out from Forest defenders, but it is not enough, and they will fall in game number 3. Oh my goodness, that was a great comeback by Forest Cobra. Holy.
A very great comeback indeed. They were down by our goal of starting early in game number 3, but they decided to not, like I said, they have not let their foot off the Tigers' net. They said, you know what, that's fine. I know we can beat this team. They came out and showed that they can do so. Saucy Rexy getting MVP here. We haven't really talked about player stats a lot because we've been talking about how crazy it's been seeing a team like the Force Defenders with how strong they've been on defense. It just seems like they're struggling tonight. I don't know what it is, or maybe nobody's feeling themselves. As you said earlier, maybe they didn't have a good scrim. Who knows? But either way, they're down 3 games. They got to win this game number 4 if they want to prevent getting swept on stream. And it's just, they got to do something here, make something work for themselves because, like I said, they're number 1 in their division. If they get swept here, who knows how good the Black Holes did. There were only 2 games behind them, so losing these 3 games is very, very crucial, especially if the Black Holes did really good tonight, to take over that division lead. And like I said, like we were saying earlier, it's playoff season, so every game matters. So let's see if the Force Defenders can come out and get this game 4 victories. We're getting started here. Everybody's joining the lobby. Let's see what happens here. Can Force Cobra come up with the sweep here and make a strong stance going forward in the rest of this regular season, or will the Force Defenders shut it down here and get a victory here in game number 4?
Don't forget to predict with the channel points. Predictions have been running all night. That is a great start already. Sakuta's going to manage to clear this ball away. A demo by Luminati on Luminous, but there's just no offense coming in right now. Luminati with a great dunk. Can they get a second touch? No, unable to do so. Python is there, gets immediately bumped, but Sakuta able to demo Saucy Rexy out of the way.
Python looking to get a shot on net. He does. Sakuta's there. He's going to figure out what to do here. He has a little bit of boost to work with. They're looking to pass down to a teammate. Nobody was really there to pick it up. It seems like they're playing patient, kind of playing a bait game here against this Force Cobra team in this game number 4. Luminous looking to get out. Sakuta coming in to get us set up here. Luminous there. First shot, maybe. Double commit comes out by Luminous and Python. Sakuta looking to keep the ball on the side, but Rozi says otherwise. And Luminati looking to set something up. Gets a pass to Rozi, but gets saved away by Luminous. Rexy's there, puts the ball in the back, top right corner, sneaks it in to start off this game number 4 strong for the Force Cobras. Oh my gosh, I'm lost for words. I'm stumbling on my words, MD. Please help me.
I'm trying to, but Force Cobras have been playing just great Rocket League all match long. Saucy Rexy managing to get it not only off the crossbar, but off the top corner, and managing to just sneak the ball in. Python has to try to clear this away to manage to get anything going for his team, but it immediately just goes straight to a Force Cobra member. Their passes are just not coming together for Force defenders right now, and you have to wonder if maybe their mental is a little scuffed at the moment. I mean, they are down 3 games, and immediately Saucy Rexy tried to come in for another goal, but it managed to get cleared away. Luminous has no boost, trying to chase the ball down. Rozi is back, gonna put this across. Python is waiting on the wall. Python gets a touch. Is gonna be able to do anything here? No, Saucy Rexy passes it down to Rozi. Rozi backflip into the corner. Unable to maintain possession of the ball as Luminous will clear this down the field. Try to get the boost, gets demo for his efforts. Sakuta is there, tries to get it through Luminati, but is unable to do so.
Unable to do so indeed. And you see Rexy here again on the ball. Sakuta looking to get a pass out center. But Luminous went up a little too early because he got beat. Sakuta got beat out by one. Illuminati, quiet all series long, man. Gets a pass by Rexy. Rexy doing a great job here, passing it to his teammate, being selfless and giving a very dominant lead here, 2-goal lead here in like midway through game number 4. And right now it's not looking really good for the Force Defenders. If you're a Force Defenders fan, you got to be really shaking your head like, oh, all right, what's my team doing here? What are we doing here? We got to figure something out because the time's ticking down. It's not going to gain up at all. Luminous looking to set something up. Double commit comes out. Sakuta gets a good 50. Luminous over there with full boost, but gets dunked by Rexy. Python's a little awkward for his takeoff there. Gives a pass to Illuminati. No! Illuminati there in the right spot. Doinks it over the last defender. Gets a 3-goal lead here late in game number 4.
Rexy put that right into Python, and the ball just dumps out right to Illuminati. That was a great doink. Nobody expects that. Nobody is back. Python being the last man back there had to get some kind of touch, but is unable to do so, and now drops his team down 1 more goal. And at this point, I believe Forest Cobras are just kind of playing with them, just kind of toying with their food, as it were. Finally, a clear comes out. Python's going to try to put this on target, but Saucy Rexy is already back and waiting.
I'll tell you one thing that the Force Defenders are doing with this Force Cobra team that you didn't really see a lot in these player stats was the save totals. It seems like right now the Force Cobras are absolutely farming right now on these save totals to go into this late season. And I mean, right there you see a big double command. It just seems like they're rushing right now. They're trying to get anything to go here. Python looking to set something up for a teammate. Gets dunked by Rexy. Rexy with a good follow-up here. Gets full boost as well. And right now, it's just not looking promising for the Force Defenders. It just looks like it's going to be a sweep here for the Force Cobras, but there's still some time left. Maybe something can happen. Maybe there's a miracle on 4th Street. We'll see what happens here.
Not with a touch like that, unfortunately. Just does not make contact with another teammate. Illuminati's now just running around trying to get demos, just keeping the Force Defenders low on boost, low on players. Rozi getting 2 great dunks in the corner, but unable to force any kind of shooting opportunity there. Saucy Rexy looking for a 50. 50s with Luminous. Goes behind Illuminati. Illuminati demos Python just for giggles. Rozi's going to put this downfield, but Sakuta is able to get a touch. Manages to keep it in the orange half, but it only goes as far as Rozi. Rozi manages to put it in the corner. Python has control, but gets immediately dunked by Illuminati. Sakuta's there. Misses the touch. Luminous with the shot on target. No, it's off the crossbar. Python finally puts something in the net. After being scoreless for so long, Force Defenders finally get on the board, but you have to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Too little too late indeed. I mean, there's 36 seconds left here. It's definitely possible, but you got to get a good kickoff here. So let's see what happens. Maybe a good kickoff here. No, unfortunately, Illuminati gets a good demo on the cheat, man. Luminous tries to go up, but Rozi's there to beat him out, and Sakuta does not make contact on the ball, gets demoed by Illuminati. Rexy with a little bit of boost here. Luminous gets a save. Not 18 seconds left here, and right now it looks like the Force Cobras are pushing to get this sweep here as they're playing Super Patient Rocket League. They don't want to give up any goals left. As the ball sneaks in through, the ball slid on his left side. Rozi's there to clean it up. And right there's the dagger. Rozi puts the dagger in and secures a sweep here for the Force Cobras on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, what a clinic the Force Cobras put on tonight.
I feel like at that point, I mean, with the ball just kind of bouncing in the net, I think Python just kind of gave up. Wasn't sure if that was going to just fall in or if he had a little bit of time, and Rozi jumps on the opportunity, finishes the game up, and Forest Cobra will take the 4-0 tonight, putting a statement going into the playoff race. I mean, you did say they were both first in their division, and
yes,
with a sweep like that, Force Defenders have got to hope that it maybe, just maybe, I think you said Black Holes with the
Black
team
Holes,
that they were.
yes.
Yeah, so you got to hope they at least went 1-3, because at the very least at that point you still have a chance. But you either hope for a 1-3 or a sweep out of Black Holes, and hope that they're on the side that didn't get that hope they were on the side that got swept.
Absolutely. I mean, just looking at what happened. I mean, it's crazy. Like it just got updated. It's the Forge Defenders after that sweep. They're 21-18, and the Forge Cobra puts them at 26-14, putting a very strong statement going into their division. Forge Cobra, they're up by 6 games, which the Commanders are right behind them, leading behind, and it's crazy. It's going to be interesting seeing the race here. I think everybody's team. I think everybody's stats updated. So right now, the Forge Defenders, they're still up in their division, but I might be wrong because the Black Holes may have not have had their stuff updated. I could be wrong on that. But either way, what a clinic there by the Forge Cobra. I mean, we weren't expecting anything less out of them with all the stats that we saw going into the pregame. They're just a very strong team offensively, and they showed it. MD, I want to know, who do you got for MVP?
Rozi, 100%. I can't give it to anybody else. Rozi played fantastic. Like, yes, Saucy Rexy as well also played very great. Both of them had fantastic games, but starting off with the Brazil, I believe Rozi was the one that had 4 goals and Saucy Rexy had 3. I don't know how you start a game off that strong and then you just keep that same pressure going on the whole entire time. And then eventually Rozi just started kind of running around like Illuminati and getting bumps, getting demos, just making sure that the other team was unable to do anything either on offense or defense. So hats off to that entire team, but I have to give it to Rozi.
Absolutely, and I have to go. I have to go with you as well. I saw my man Rozi in the chat putting GG's homies. GG's to you, sir. You just got a sweep on the desk for MVP. We're giving you the MVP. You put on a strong shooting clinic. You put on an amazing offensive effort for your team, putting your team on the backpack with Saucy Rexy right by your side, Illuminati playing an amazing third man. You guys just did a phenomenal job all around. Force Cobra, I mean, if you're an elite, that's definitely a team you need to keep your eye out for going into the playoffs because right now they're not going to let off and they seem like they got their stuff together. So definitely a team to keep in mind going into the playoffs if you're an elite tier, which I definitely am. So you definitely are on my radar, Force Cobras. I'm hoping to see you guys in the playoffs. What a phenomenal series given to us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm Wicked. That's MD. Producing, we got a shout out to my man Russ. Did a phenomenal job producing for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you guys. Please come by on Monday. You're going to see me, myself, and my team playing on stream. Another elite matchup coming your way on Monday. Please come by and show support, show some love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real. Y'all have a good night and a good weekend. Peace out.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.